Hello, I'm Dr. James. After the age of 60, every part of the body begins to change. Skin alters, muscles weaken, and that youthful vitality isn't quite the same. Some people accept this as a natural part of aging, while others feel discomfort, but prefer to believe it's simply just age. Yet, there are moments when what appears to be normal aging is, in fact, an overlooked and dangerous problem. This is precisely what happened to one of my patients. Let's call him John. It all started with subtle signs: less energy in the mornings, difficulty concentrating, and a constant feeling of fatigue. Gradually, his intimate life also changed. Less desire, less responsiveness, and a growing sense of frustration. He sought help when he realized this wasn't just a phase. The doctor he first saw listened for a couple of minutes, then responded with a tone that was perhaps too calm. That's normal at your age. But it wasn't normal. His body was already sending alarm signals, yet everything was dismissed as coincidence, an inevitable part of growing older. 3 months later, the truth revealed itself in the worst possible way. John found himself in the emergency room, not due to a heart attack or a stroke, but something far more silent: impaired blood flow in his intimate area. Blood was no longer reaching where it needed to go, and the consequences were not just physical. This affected his intimacy, his self-esteem, his connection with his partner, and his very sense of self. Everything that defined his masculinity seemed to slip away without warning or explanation. What initially felt like a mere inconvenience gradually became a chasm, silent, lonely, and painful. Then came the realization: it wasn't about age, but about poor circulation. And worst of all, it could have been avoided. I've spent the last 42 years listening to stories from men who lost something vital and believed it was an inevitable part of aging. Low energy, distance in relationships, the feeling that they were no longer themselves, and the worst part, silence. Many didn't know where to seek help, or they felt too ashamed to speak up. This is what led me to this path, not to offer magic solutions or miracle cures, but to show that there are simple, natural, and respectful ways to restore strength, health, and even intimacy without aggressive medications or embarrassment. I've witnessed older men rediscover their vitality, and the first change doesn't always happen in the body. It begins when they realize that it's not about age, and that yes, things can be turned around. For many years, eggs were unfairly considered a harmful food. Many older individuals still avoid them due to fear of cholesterol, repeating old advice that has never been reevaluated. But what few realize is that beneath this simple shell lies one of the most complete foods for those who want to reclaim what has been lost with age: strength, circulation, and vital energy. Eggs contain nutrients that act directly where the body needs them most. They promote the natural production of nitric oxide, a molecule essential for dilating blood vessels, including those in the intimate area. This effect can improve blood flow, restore function, and even bring back sensitivity that many men consider permanently lost. But here's the crucial point: it's not enough to simply eat eggs. How you prepare them and what you combine them with can determine whether they help you or harm you. And that's precisely what I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. How to properly use this food, and the common mistake that negates all its beneficial properties every single day. But before I explain what to do in practice, you need to understand what's happening inside your body. The real enemy here isn't the food itself, but what your body has stopped doing with it. And it all starts with a silent problem, much more common than it seems: poor circulation. The true root of the problem, what almost no one properly explains, is poor circulation. After 60, blood vessels lose their former flexibility. Arteries begin to stiffen. The inner lining, called the endothelium, loses elasticity. Over time, fatty and calcium deposits accumulate, much like scale in old pipes. And the blood flow, which once was free and steady, starts to encounter invisible internal obstacles. The body feels this in various ways. The first signs are typically unnoticed. Persistently cold hands and feet, even on warm days, mental fatigue, difficulty concentrating, minor memory lapses, and the most delicate, a decline in intimate responsiveness, with weaker or even absent erections. What many call symptoms of age are actually direct signals that blood is not circulating as it should. When this happens, the heart has to work harder, the brain receives less oxygen, and the intimate area is one of the first to suffer because its vessels are thinner and more sensitive to internal pressure. Furthermore, nitric oxide levels, the substance needed for vessel dilation and blood flow, decrease. This further exacerbates the situation, making circulation slow, unstable, and insufficient. Most seriously, all of this happens without pain, without alarm, and often without diagnosis. That's why understanding what's happening internally is the first step to reversing what many consider irreversible. Poor circulation never affects just one place. When blood starts to encounter resistance in the vessels, the entire body goes into alarm mode. The heart has to pump with increased effort. The brain receives less oxygen, and the intimate area, where vessels are finer and more sensitive, is one of the first places to show dysfunction. I recall a 67-year-old patient who was physically active, had a balanced diet, and no harmful habits. He came to my office saying, "Doctor, I'm doing everything right, but I feel drained, like something inside me is stuck." Lab tests didn't show an obvious disease, but when we conducted a deeper examination, the truth became clear. His arteries were hardening, blood flow was impaired, and his entire body was paying the price because his heart was working in overdrive. He was still exercising, but no longer achieving his previous results. He spoke with his wife, but felt that something had changed between them. In their intimate life, the connection was no longer the same, and this profoundly affected him. It wasn't just physical, it was emotional, as if a part of him was fading. Because poor circulation, once established, doesn't just steal strength. It erodes masculine identity, weakens self-confidence, and creates a silent distance from oneself, from a loved one, and from one's own vital energy. Most men over 60 begin looking for solutions in the wrong places. Expensive supplements, synthetic hormones, imported formulas. All the while, they ignore what's literally at hand: a complete, powerful food capable of activating crucial circulatory mechanisms. An egg, when used wisely, becomes a physiological tool. Beneath its shell are compounds that act in various ways, all critically important for older men. Choline, for instance, strengthens the structure of blood vessels and protects against microinflammation, which is the primary cause of arterial stiffness. Arginine participates in the production of nitric oxide, which in turn dilates vessels and improves blood flow to the most vital areas: the brain, heart, and intimate region. B vitamins support blood health, help transport oxygen, and combat feelings of mental exhaustion. And healthy fats, especially if the egg comes from a quality source, contribute to hormonal balance, directly influencing libido, energy, and an overall sense of well-being. But the most interesting part isn't just what an egg contains, but what it activates in the body. Improved blood flow where there were blockages, enhanced responsiveness where there was weakness, and the return of vitality where there was only exhaustion. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that regular egg consumption improves endothelial function, the inner lining of blood vessels vital for maintaining healthy circulation and preventing hidden blockages, especially in older age. This confirms what the latest nutritional science has long asserted. The egg is far from an enemy. It's an ally for the vascular and hormonal health of older men. So, it's not just about putting food on a plate. It's about restoring function. In this context, the egg is not food. It's a strategy. However, there's one detail that many ignore, and it can nullify all these beneficial properties. The wrong way to prepare an egg. Yes, a simple mistake in the kitchen can turn a powerful food into a hidden risk factor. Unfortunately, this mistake is made every day, especially by those trying to improve their health. The most common error is frying eggs in refined vegetable oils, such as canola, soybean, or corn oil. When heated, these oils become unstable, forming inflammatory compounds that attack precisely where the body is most vulnerable, the inner walls of blood vessels. The result is the opposite of what's intended: greater arterial stiffness, higher risk of blockages, and less nitric oxide. Another common mistake is the choice of side dish. When an egg is paired with bacon, sausages, or other processed meats, the body receives a shock dose of sodium, damaged fats, and nitrites, which cause vascular inflammation, raise blood pressure, and impair blood flow, especially in microcirculation zones like the intimate area. There are also those who believe strong heat treatment is safer, but excessive boiling destroys a significant portion of choline and B vitamins, precisely those nutrients that make the egg so beneficial for circulation and energy after 60. What was supposed to help starts to hinder. What was meant to restore begins to destroy. That's why an egg only fulfills its function when it's treated with proper attention. The problem was never the food itself, but what was done with it. Now that you know what to avoid, it's time to learn what truly works. Because when an egg is prepared correctly, it ceases to be just food and becomes a genuine tool for restoration. The ideal recommendation for men over 60 is to consume 2 eggs daily, preferably at breakfast. This daily amount, when consumed regularly, provides the body with the necessary nutrients to stimulate the natural production of nitric oxide, which is vital for vessel dilation. Additionally, it strengthens vascular walls and helps balance hormones responsible for vitality and drive. But it's not enough to just eat eggs. The way they are prepared plays a crucial role in preserving their beneficial properties and avoiding counterproductive effects. Prioritize cooking methods that retain nutrients, especially heat-sensitive vitamins and essential amino acids. The best options include a poached egg, which is gently cooked, leaving the yolk creamy and preserving all essential nutrients. A soft-boiled egg, but don't overcook the yolk until it's completely firm to maintain its nutritional components. Or scrambled eggs, prepared over low heat using extra virgin olive oil or high-quality butter, completely excluding refined oils that can oxidize and cause inflammatory processes harmful to circulation. Beyond the egg itself, supplementing your meal with strategic ingredients can further enhance its effect on circulation and intimate health. Lightly sautéed spinach or kale are natural sources of nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, promoting vessel dilation and improving blood flow throughout the body. Half an avocado is rich in healthy monounsaturated fats that support hormonal balance and strengthen nervous system health, important factors for both physical and mental activity. A pinch of turmeric with black pepper. This combination has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, helping to protect blood vessels from oxidative stress and reduce inflammation that impedes normal circulation. Adhering to this routine daily brings noticeable results in a short period. Within about 1 week, significant improvements are typically observed, such as warmer hands and feet, a clear sign that circulation has activated and blood is better reaching the extremities. You'll likely experience clearer thinking, improved concentration, and reduced mental fatigue, thanks to better oxygen and nutrient delivery to the brain. And you may notice a gradual restoration of intimate connection, with increased firmness, sensitivity, and desire, bringing back confidence and quality of life. By following these recommendations with discipline, you give your body the right resources to combat the natural wear and tear associated with age, fostering vibrant and fulfilling health. This isn't magic or an instant miracle, but the result of the right combination of nutrients and habits that activate circulation and vitality. Your body has never given up on you, even when it seemed like your energy was gone. It simply needs the right nutrients, those that genuinely activate blood flow and restore masculine intimate health. And the secret might lie in a simple action: what you put on your plate, especially for breakfast. Incorporating properly prepared eggs is not just a matter of nutrition. It's a crucial step towards restoring confidence, energy, and connection with yourself and your partner. You are not broken. Your intimate health can be restored. The question is, will you ignore this opportunity, or will you, starting tomorrow, put a food on your plate that can change your life? Don't delay any longer. Your body is ready to respond, and eggs can be the beginning of this new phase. It's time to make the right choice and start anew. If you're tired of believing that age-related decline is inevitable and want to discover more natural, respectful ways to restore your strength, health, and intimacy, hit subscribe so you don't miss Dr. Azevedo's next insights. If this video made you think about your health and what can be changed, I want to hear from you. Write in the comments, "I will take better care of myself." Your decision can inspire others to take the first step. Also, please rate this video from 1 to 10. It's important for me to know if I'm providing you with truly useful information. And don't stop there. Write in the comments what information surprised you the most, or what you've never heard before. Your participation is crucial for us to collectively create a space where men over 60 can share experiences, support each other, and strengthen their health with confidence and naturalness. Share this video with friends, family, or acquaintances who need to hear this message. Remember, change begins when we decide to act, and when we do it together, it becomes much easier. Until the next video, and warm regards to you all.